Hi, welcome to this tutorial in my channel. We are asked to simplify the following 5 algebraic expressions. In the first one, we have 2 minus 7x plus 3 minus x. To simplify this expression, we proceed by bringing like terms together. Now, we have a constant here, 2, and another constant here, 3. So we bring them together. So we have 2 plus 3 plus. We now look, we have an x term here and another x term here. Pay attention, each term go with their sign. And so we're going to have plus negative 7x minus x. So that we are going to have 2 plus 3, 5, and negative 7x minus x. In order to get this result, we work with the respective coefficients. The coefficient is the number attached to the variable. The number attached to this variable x here is negative 7. And the number attached to this negative x is negative 1. And so negative 7 minus 1 is going to give us negative 8. And then we associate the x. So this long expression here in its simplest form is 5 minus 8x. Now we go to the second expression. 5 into 1 minus 2x minus 3 into x minus 1. We have two brackets to open. This first bracket, we're going to open it with respect to 5. We're going to use 5 to open this first bracket. And this second bracket, we're going to use negative 3 to open the second bracket. All right, so we proceed as such and as such, following those arrows. So 5 multiplied to 1 is 5. 5 multiplied to negative 2x is going to give us negative 10x. We'll come over here, negative 3 multiplied to x is negative 3x. Negative 3 multiplied to negative 1. Negative times negative, positive. So we're going to have plus 3. Now we have an expression that is exactly the same nature as our first exercise. We bring like terms together. Here is a constant, here is another constant. So we say 5 plus 3. Okay? And then here we have an x term, and here we have another x term. So we say plus. We take each term, associating it with their respective signs. So we have negative 10x and negative 3x. Now we're going to obtain 5 plus 3, 8, negative 10x minus 3x. So we say negative 10 minus 3, negative 13. And then we'll associate the variable. Okay? So 8 minus 13x is the simplest form of this expression here. Now, look at the third exercise. We have 5 all over 7x minus 1 all over 2x minus 1. Here is a rational expression minus another rational expression. Just like what happens with numbers, we proceed by taking the LCM. The LCM of 7x and 2x minus 1 is simply their product, 7x into 2x minus 1. We take their products, all right? When we have the LCM, we proceed by dividing and then multiplying. Very much the same way like when we're working with numbers. And so to see it clearly, we might want to do the working elsewhere. We'll take the LCM, 7x into 2x minus 1 divided by 7x. So we can see how 7x cancels, and we're left with 2x minus 1. And so 5 times 2x minus 1, we have it up there, 5 into 2x minus 1. Minus, this minus, we'll bring it here. All right. Now we carry out the same process, dividing this time around by 2x minus 1. So we have 7x, the LCM, this LCM divided by 2x minus 1. 2x minus 1 cancels. We're left with 7x. So we multiply by 1 is 7x. Okay. Now we have to open this bracket with respect to 5. This 7x has nothing to do with this bracket. So 5 times 2x, we have 10x. 5 times negative 1, negative 5, minus 7x, all over our LCM. Okay? Now what do we get? We bring like terms together. This is an x term, this is another x term. So we just say 10x minus 7x is going to be 3x. Then minus 5. Look at it, 5 does not have x, so you don't go and say 3 minus 5. Here we have x, here we don't have x. All over our LCM, the same LCM that we had up there. Okay? At this point, there's no further work to be done. Pay attention, you don't come here and say x cancels x. That is not allowed. Cancellation is possible only when we can cancel round. That means we can cancel here, and also cancel here. There is no x here, so we can't cancel this x and cancel that one. There must be something x here, and then we'll cancel the x also. So this is the simplest form of this rational expression. Another way of asking the same question will be, write this expression as a single fraction. Here we had two different fractions. Now finally we have just one fraction. So we have written this rational expression made up of two fractions into a single fraction. Now look at the fourth question. The fourth question here we have 2x squared minus 2xy, all of that divided by 3xy minus 3y squared. Okay, to simplify this expression, we actually have to proceed by factorization. Factorization is a process where we bring out common terms. Now let's start with the numerator. If we look at the numerator, we will find that 2x is in this term and 2x is in this term. So 2x is common. We'll bring out 2x. If we remove 2x from here, remember this is x squared. If we remove 2x, we'll be left with x minus. If we remove 2x, we'll be left with y divided by. Now look at the denominator. 3xy minus 3y squared. We can see clearly that 3y is common. There is 3, and there is y. So 3y is common. So we'll bring out 3y into. When we remove 3y, we'll be left with x minus. When we remove 3y, remember this is y squared, we'll be left with 1y there. Now look at this. We have x minus y, that cancels. Okay? Now that gives us 2x all over 3y. So this is the simplest form. 2x all over 3y is the simplest form of this more bogus expression. It simplifies to 2x all over 3y. Now we do the last exercise. We have 16a cubed b squared divided by negative 2ab all of this cube. Now the first thing to do is to handle the brackets, just like Botman's brackets first. In the bracket here, we have negative 2ab all cube. This power cube will be distributed to each member of this expression. It will come to negative 2, apply to a, and also apply to b. And so we're going to have negative 2 cube, a cube, b cube for the denominator. Okay? All right? So negative 2 cube is negative 2 multiplied by itself 3 times. Negative times negative, positive. Positive times negative, negative. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. So negative 2 cube is negative 8. So all of this expression now in a simplified form will be 16a cube b squared all over negative 8a cube b cube. Now, we can see that a cubed is found at the numerator and a cubed at the denominator. So they can just cancel out. Now we have 8 here 1, 8 there 2. This negative will go up to give us negative 2b squared all over b cubed. This is an index expression with the same base. The base is b, the base is b. The power there is 2, the power here is 3. So when we apply the law of division, it simply subtracts the power. So we can just take off this denominator here and say b to the power 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So we finally have negative 2b to the negative 1. And if we want to simplify that further, that will just be, we know the meaning of negative 1 power. Okay, negative 1 simply means the reciprocal. So we finally have negative 2 all over b. All right? So look at it. It's so interesting that we have a bogus expression here, and when it's simplified, it gives us just a very simple expression. All right? The simplest form of this rational expression is negative 2 all over b.